Hello everybody, my name is Travis. Used to go by Ruby Mario, but from this point I think I'm just going to call myself Travis. And today I am bringing you the first week of a new league that I'm in. I wasn't it before, now I'm back. I didn't care too much about it before because of the PPL, but now it's the off season. Thought it'd be something fun to do, try out some new things, and hopefully do well. And this is the Pokemon Championship League, the PCL, and I'm happy to be part of it. It's a same draft league, sort of like the GBA, where you go by the tiers and whatnot. So it's not like PPL or the auction league. It's more standard and hopefully the same amount of fun. And today I am going up against Winter. Now I don't know too much about the people in the league. Most of them are pretty good, so hopefully I bring some good matches. And the first thing I noticed while looking at his team is I didn't plan for his Meloetta or the Clef Key. I have 0 Hazard Remover. I have Zapdos, but I don't have Defog. I had more planned for a Suicune and a Lantern because I have a Darmanitan, which I didn't bring. But had I brought Darmanitan, I would have been smooth sailing, easy. So I decide I need to get Rocks up because I see he has 2 potential Defoggers and a Clef Key. If Clef Key wants to get Spikes up, I need to get Rocks up, so hopefully he might want to defog them away. So I decide to lead with Cobalion, and he leads with Togekiss. And I'm thinking, great matchup on my part right away. I'm going to go ahead and get my Rocks up, go with Volt Switch, but he outspeeds me, hits me with an Air Slash, does some good damage, he's offensive, and I flinch. So, just like that, not too great. I decide I have a good switch into my Zapdos, but he switches out into his Chansey. So that confirms he is a Scarfed Togekiss. I go out into Zapdos, Lord of Light, can't do too much, decides to Volt Switch. I had actually expected him to bring Porygon 2, not Chansey, so I had Toxic on Zapdos instead of Defog. So I decided to go out into my Tornadus Incarnate because he has 2 purposes this game. That's to knock off the Eviolite and to set up a Tailwind. So I go for the knockoff. He makes a switch into his Latias, which is fantastic for me. I knock off his item, which is a Roselli Berry. He was expecting me to bring Mega Diancie. I decided not to. And I go for another knockoff while he brings in his Clef Key. And it's a little too early to be setting up the Tailwind now. So I decide that I need to go into my Gliscor and go ahead and get the Poison Heal off. No big deal. So I go into Glass City, remnants of PPL D2 Season 1, and I decide to go for, I don't know, and he makes the switch into his Chansey. I go for the knockoff here, as he switches back into the Clef Key, and at this point I'm at full health. I still don't have Rocks up, which is a shame. And I could go for the Earthquake, the obvious play. He obviously has Magnet Rise, but I decided to test it out. He, of course, goes for the Magnet Rise, and it's no go. So I can't really touch his Clef Key with my Gliscor as long as he has Magnet Rise. So I decide to go into my Cobalion and get up those Rocks. Here comes the Spikes. He's Hazard Stacking me. I, again, don't have any way to get rid of them. He goes for T-Wave. I have the Lumberry because of the expected T-Wave from the Chansey. Again, I didn't really plan for Clef Key. Set up my Rocks, and I get out of there and go back into my Gliscor. And again, Magnet Rise. What am I going to do? Well, I can knock off here and continually do 6%, which is going to be a pain as he gets his hazards up, but it's something I'm going to have to do. So, knock off, again, 7%. Got a high roll there. Great, awesome, fantastic. The magnetism wears off. I could go for the Earthquake here. I think he predicted my Earthquake. Tried to get in his Latias for free. I went for knockoff again. And Gliscor picks up the kill. So, we are ahead after the 13th turn. 6-5, but he has Hazard Sacked me. Here comes his Togekiss. And here I had 2 options. I could go into my Zapdos, which would have been a great switch. But I decided to knock off because I have the Stone Edge here, and I know I can start to live these Air Slashes. But he still outspeeds me, gets a crit with the Air Slash, and I flinch. So awesome. This is why Togekiss is the greatest Pokemon on the planet. It's super talented, has no luck in the world, but I'm not complaining. I now make the switch into my Zapdos, and what do you know? Winter makes the good prediction and goes for the Dazzling Gleam. And that's a huge chunk out of my Zapdos. Now I made sure Zapdos outspeeded any type of Togekiss and just go for the Volt Switch, and we kill the Togekiss. Now here I need to go into my Gliscor, get a little bit of that Poison Heal off, because anything else really would take a beating from the hazards. I'm at 24%. I can live a couple things, and here is where I run into a problem. The Meloetta. Again, I did not plan anything for Meloetta. My specially defensive mon is my Cofagrigus, but the only attacking move I have is the Shadow Ball. I sack off the Zapdos. He goes for Relic Song, and I have nothing that outspeeds this. I decide now is the only chance I have to kill the Meloetta is to go into my Tornadus, set up that Tailwind, as he goes for the Ice Punch and knocks me out. So now I'm forced to go in to my Kyurem Black. Aries the second, the Mad King comes in, takes a shit ton from the rocks, takes a shit ton from the spikes. I'm at 51%. I'm at Life Orb. I have Roost, but I don't really have anything to roost up on. He goes into his Chansey. I go for the Fusion Bolt because I expected the Klefki to come in, and I knew a Fusion Bolt would kill. Fusion Bolt 2-hit kills everything on the team, so he had no switching. Chansey goes down, which was a huge pain to my team, and here he goes into the Klefki. I decided, do I want to save the Kyurem? Right now, I was feeling good about myself. I knew I could potentially win this one off. I just needed my Gliscor to beat the Meloetta. So he goes for the Thunder Wave. Can't paralyze me. This is the perfect opportunity. I could have killed him, but I needed to roost. I needed to get Gliscor back to full health. So I go for the roost. He goes for the Flash Cannon, does 21%. After the Toxic Heal, Poison Heal, I'm at a good point where I can continue to roost, and again, Magnet Rise, I'm gonna have to start knocking off and slowly take this thing away. The good news is that I had the opportunity, if he switched in his Meloetta, a knockoff would kill it, potentially. So, as long as he doesn't use Relic Song. So, knockoff takes out the Meloetta if he comes in, and this time I'm very confident that this Mean Shout is Choice Scarfed. So I'm going to slowly, continuously knock off. The process is long, it's strenuous, it sucks, but the only thing I can do. I could have switched into my Cofagrigus, but I decided that I might as well keep the differential in my favor. So knock off, knock off, knock off. And here I could have gone for the Earthquake, but Magnet Rise again. I'm not falling for it. Fool me twice. Shame on me. I go for knockoff again. 7%. Getting these high rolls. Oh yeah. Feeling good. Feeling great. Like I said, I was feeling perfectly confident. As long as my Gliscor is at a high amount of health, I can take on the Meloetta and I can probably win the game. He gets a crit. I had Stone Edge, like I said, for the Togekiss. It does double the damage a knockoff would, but if I miss, that's just a waste of turn. I know a Jolly Ice Punch for Meloetta does max 84%. So I need to stay above that 84% line and slowly whittle this thing down. It's at 25%. If I keep doing 6%, we're tempting the fates, and finally he gets the special defense drop, which sucks. But after, 10 Flash Cannons, it's bound to happen. So, knockoff City over and over again. Flash Cannon's doing more and more, and I know I need to get to a good amount of health. I need to roost. But these Flash Cannons, the special defense drop, hits me with another one. I get another special defense drop. and this sucks. So after the poison heal, I know after another poison heal, I will be above 84%. I can live an ice punch. I go for the earthquake. I kill off the clef key, and I am in good shape. So here comes the Meloetta, and I know a knockoff kills before the Relic Song, but after the Relic Song, knockoff doesn't. I have a good chance to kill with an earthquake. He goes for Relic Song. After the -2, I'm a specially defensive glide score. Earthquake does not kill him, but he will die to Life Orb. So I decide, you know what's not very useful? He's got a scarfed Mian Chao. Might as well just go ahead and sack off my Cobalion. No big deal. Probably the best play I can make. Right. Wrong, because his Mian Chao is not scarfed. I don't know what the item is, but it's not scarfed. And after rocks, close combat had a fantastic chance to kill. So me sacking off Cobalion was a huge misplay. At this point, I know a knockoff is coming. I know I can live a knockoff. I almost put the dark reducing berry on, but I decided to put leftovers. I pain split. Awesome. I can live another knockoff. And at this point, Shadow Ball is a roll. He knocks me off. I live. Feeling good. I go for the Shadow Ball, and he lives on 2. And just like that, I was so pissed off. It was a roll. I had a little bit of an investment in special attack. He had 80 EVs in HP. And here, I'm starting to scramble. Right here, this knockoff here is a roll in my favor. It's about 50-50. He gets the 50-50, kills me, and we lose the first game. This is the first time I had ever lost a week 1 match. And it sucks, but, that's what happens when you don't prep for certain things on the team. This isn't the PPL. They don't have 8 Mons on a team. They have 11. It's a good learning experience for me. It was a great match. Hopefully it was enjoyable. And hopefully from this point on, I can bounce back and show that I can compete, not just in the PPL, but in most other leagues. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you continue to watch more of these. If not, I'll keep making them, putting them up, because what else do I have to do?